Shalom, Shalom, Kal Halalim, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well, who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord willing, so Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And another update regarding the MOTB, which is the RFID micro SIP. Okay. Alright, and this article is telling you, I've screenshotted it again, and I'll put the link in the description area. Put the link to the article in the description box underneath. Excuse me, okay, for everyone to do so. And we just, this is how close we are to the return of the Lord, because we're just constantly seeing the MOTB being talked about, alright? All roads leads to it, okay? We're seeing more places closing down. We're seeing rising robotics and AI, alright? Okay? Getting rid of human workforce, cutting it, you know? Alright? Digital ID, okay? Biometrics, things like that. It's all increasing, man. Okay? Alright, cashless society. Alright, so this is from NPR. Brain implants are here. This is what they're telling you. They help, and they're a little creepy. Alright, and of course, you know, they're going to push that. You know, it's beneficial for your well-being, security reasons, safety, all that. Okay? Alright? And they're going to advertise it, especially using Jake celebrities to push it too. That's what the plan is of the global elites, the higher ups, man. They run this society behind the scenes. Alright, this was dated September the 10th, 2025. So, hey, this is recent, man. It's a couple of days ago. You see? So, it's been over 2 decades since researchers first demonstrated that a person could move a computer cursor with their thoughts. And, you know, we don't have to constantly, break down each time what the MOTB is in each video, alright? You know, many lessons on that, okay? But, we're blowing the trumpet and sounding the alarm in the Lord's holy mountain, man. Okay? Bringing this to your attention, okay? So it's been over 2 decades since researchers first demonstrated that a person can move a computer cursor with their thoughts, and that's going into their, the false left-hand miracles that this devil is pushing. Okay, he'd be able to walk again, see again, hear again by getting this surgical procedure. Okay, that's thanks to brain-computer interfaces (BCIs), surgically implanted devices that link the brain to a computer. Yeah. The devices have already been implanted in dozens of people and can be helpful for people who've lost the ability to move or speak. And the field is making progress. New generations of BCIs could go as far as to detect a person's inner monologue. But that progress is raising questions about the future privacy of our brains. Yeah, and, ethical and things like that. Ethics behind it too. And as some scientists asking, what happens when you want to keep some things to yourself? Well, that's the thing, because the elites, they want that God complex. They want to know everything about you. Every thought that enters your mind, every action, every financial transaction, alright, exactly where you are. And they'll be able to control you with it too. They'll be able to, turn the C-hip off, turn it on and off, if you get on their nerves, control your actions, control what you do like a robot, alright? So that's, there's that to think about as well. Interested in more of the future of brain scientists, email. We can read more on that. But yeah, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 68. I don't intend to make this lesson long, just in transit on the way to the plantation, which pretty much here now, yeah. Alright. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Yeah, and this is an idol, man. This is an example of it. And he wants you, alright, wants the world to worship him as if he's the Most High. Again, they have that God complex. You see, they want that birthright back, okay, which obviously never belonged to them. Alright. Jacob, supplanted them out of it. Alright. You see? And again, they're gonna have more and more, set up more and more hipping stations. They're going to push it, advertise it, alright, and things like that to entice you to take it, okay? And they that consent, be in agreement with it, unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Yeah, ultimately, if you take it, hey, you might think, oh, I took it, I can eat and drink now, I can travel now, I can do this and that. But, ultimately, you're going to pay the price with your life for taking it. Okay? All right? So they're going to be really in derision. All right? They're going to be in a bad case. Put in a pitiful case, because they decided to put their trust in man, put their trust in princes instead of in the Lord, which only, of course, the Israelites, the Lord is only dealing with, the elect of the nation of Israel on this side. Okay, so if any heathen take it, it doesn't matter. All right, but yeah, okay. All right, so there's going to be more Eldowns, okay? So things are, going to get really, chaotic, all right? They want order out of chaos, order through chaos. You see? Crash this whole system. All right? They want you to depend upon them for everything and go to them for everything. Revelation chapter 16, verse 1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. You see? Pos, cancer, all right? Putting something that's foreign into your own, body, okay? You see? It's going to emit radiation, and it's not supposed to be there, so your body's going to fight against it. Okay? Having sicknesses and bleeding everywhere. Alright? You see? That's what happens. That's the penalty for taking the sea hip. Alright? But people are going to do that to try and save their life. Like it says in the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 35. Words of Yahushua, it's in red letters, and it says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And a lot of people, they're going to give their life over to the beast system and take the sea hip, man. Okay, thinking they're saving their soul when they're not. Okay? They're going to try and keep hold of their possession, keep hold of their life here, their job. All right, everything. Okay, all your information is going to be on that sea hip anyway. All your personal information, your banking records, your criminal history, everything. Passport, all that. Okay. Dental records, everything. Okay, you see. All right, because, they push that convenience. You scan your hand here and do all that. Okay, you can misplace your wallet, lose your coins, whatever. Fiddle around for coins. Lose your credit card or debit card, right? But they're going to, again, want that in your body, that chip in your body, so you can just, scan and pay that way. Okay. And you still got other camps teaching that it's something different. And we always say the same thing over and over again, but it's repetition, and we've got new listeners as well. Okay. Because what are you going to do when your congregation is going to want answers? Okay, and he's a carnal man, so he's going to put a carnal sea hip in place. It's not a spiritual mark, it's a carnal mark. An actual implant, charagma, it's an actual sea hip inside your body. Okay, so that's what they want to do, that's their intentions. Alright, so I'll link the article in the description box beneath. And with that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.